Justin from Tackle Tactics. In this episode of the rigging desk, we're going to look at the SnakelockZ Jighead from TT Lures and how to rig a plastic on our SnakelockZ Jighead. So the SnakelockZ is basically a weedless worm hook with a chin lock keeper on there so that we can lock our soft plastic in place, and it has a free swinging front head on the front of the soft plastic, and that gives it maximum movement and allows it to bounce in and out of that structure. It's built on a mustard heavy duty chemically sharpened black nickel hook, and there's a 75-pound stainless steel through wire that holds that hook onto the head section there, so nice and strong for targeting a wide range of species. Also extremely versatile, we can actually just clip that hook off and on from the head, which allows us to switch those head weights and hook sizes as required during our fishing session. So that's ideal for swimming our plastics through structure such as weed, lilies, timber, getting it right in there where the fish are hiding, especially when at times when the bite's tough, you know, the weather might not be right and they're sulking down there in the snags, and you've got to get that lure right into the fish. So let's have a look at how to rig this and get out on the water.
Okay, so we've got our SnakelockZ jig heads, we've got our Z-Man 3-inch minnows in this case that we're going to rig. There's our SnakelockZ Weedless jig head, free swinging head, and our chin lock section there to hold the plastic in place. So what we're going to end up with is we're going to end up with a plastic rigged like that. So the hook point and barb are pulled right down against the top of the plastic, so it's extremely snag resistant, so you can run it through a lot of lilies, timber, all that sort of structure that holds fish. So firstly, the first thing that we need to do is we need to catch the chin of the plastic so that we can end up with it locked in that chin lock. So we basically want to feed the hook through the front of the plastic, right through the center of the plastic, but we only want to just go straight out the bottom there and actually come out on a 45-degree angle. So we're just literally grabbing the chin of that plastic. So you can see that hook point, we've basically pushed it through the center at the end of the plastic, out its chin, and pull it through. And it'll slide easily through until we hit that chin lock at the top there. So we want to get it up and over that chin lock so that it grabs into the chin of the plastic. So what we do is we need to push that up and over. So I like to hold the hook point down like that so that I'm not going to end up poking myself with it, and I'll just push that plastic up over the chin lock and you'll feel it pop into place like that once it's over the top. So once it's over the top of that chin lock will pop into place and it'll hold the chin of the plastic. So you've basically now got your plastic sitting locked on to your chin lock, so it can't slide down that hook when you're working it aggressively through structure. Now we need to measure where the hook needs to come out on that lure, so you can see there our hook needs to come out basically at the back of the fin on that plastic. So what I like to do is I like to bend the plastic a little. I flip it up this way and I like to bend the plastic a little so that I can go straight down through the plastic. The good thing with the minnows and a few of those other plastics is they'll have a seam down the center of the middle, so it's easy to find where you need to go. So we want to go in through the bottom and out through the top, just back behind that fin. So I'll bend it, line it up, push it in through back there, and then I'm going to squeeze it out through the top of the plastic like so. And that's popped out pretty much where I want it to pop out. And now all you do is slide that plastic back up, and the minnows has a split fin on the top, so you can actually even hide your hook point and barb inside that little fin on the back of the plastic, making it even more snag resistant. So on a plastic without that fin, all you do is pull it down tight against the top of the plastic so that it minimises snagging. So there you go. That is a SnakelockZ rigged and ready to rumble through some structure to target some bass, cod, mangrove jack, barramundi, everything else that you might go looking for in the snags. Great thing about the Z-Man plastics as well, because they're 10 times tough, they're much more durable, but they're also super soft and flexible, so it doesn't take much for a fish to move that lure and find that hook. Shifted, hooked, and away you go. So you'll find that often that lure will end up right up here and the fish is hooked on the hook, so that's pretty good. If you're looking for guides on hook sizing for different types of lures, make sure you check out tackletactics.com.au for rigging guides and hook sizing recommendations for different plastics.
So there you go, that's our SnakelockZ from TT Lures, a weedless jig head that allows you to fish heavy cover, get that lure right in amongst the structure, rigged up there with our plastic, and as you can see, very difficult to snag or foul that lure. So you'll be fishing water that you never thought you'd be able to fish before. So that's it, TT Lures SnakelockZ. Go and find that nasty snag and throw it in there.